Welcome back to Tempest Wargaming. Tonight we are going to be playing some more Marvel Crisis Protocol. Tonight we've got Carney joining me.
Hi guys.
And we've got a guest surprise again. My son in the corner. Do you want to say hi?
Hello.
There we go. Tonight, we're playing 2 new missions for us.
I played. I was the only Kiwi in the TTT Season 5 League, and I played a guy who played this one, so it's an extract, and it's Mystic Wakanda Herbs, Fact or Fiction, and it was fun playing on TTS, so it'd be good playing it live.
Yeah.
So basically there's 2 herbs, you've got to go to the far corner, grab your herb and bring it back to the vessel, which is over on the other side. But the key thing is when you've got it, you only can move once.
Right, yeah, okay. So it's almost like capture the flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nice. And then we've also got Mutant Madman turns city centre into lethal amusement park. So that's one that comes with Cyclops and Storm. And there's 4 bombs around the table. Once you control a bomb, you've got to roll to take it. So your physical defense, and the more you've got to get more hits, crits, wilds, and hits than the enemies that are contesting it, and then you take control of it. Once you control it, you can then, in the cleanup phase, be pretty much dishing out damage to the opposition team.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really interesting. And we've also, I rolled priority.
Yep.
So.
Wanted by hits.
Yeah, I got like 5 hits or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Let's hope the rest of my dice rolling keeps going that way.
Yes.
So we had the choice, I had the choice to choose either 18 points, 18 threat or 15 threat.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go down to 15, and I've never played at 18. So we're doing 18 threat today. So I'll just quickly explain my team. So I've got Captain America, I've got Cyclops, Punisher, Winter Soldier, and Wolverine. Now the reason I took those guys was I could opt to either go Avengers affiliation or X-Men affiliation.
Yep.
And so today, because I haven't played X-Men affiliation before, I'm going to be going X-Men affiliation. And that's thanks to Winter Soldier, because he can fill any affiliation, which is great. So I've got Cyclops, Wolverine, and the Winter Soldier filling out my X-Men affiliation points. Poor old Punisher doesn't have any affiliation, and Captain America is joining them for the party.
Fair enough.
And
sweet. I'm going Web Warriors. I've played Web Warriors a lot, so I'm really looking forward to the new is it Amazing Spider-Man that's coming?
Amazing Spider-Man.
So I'm really looking forward to him. So I've actually only got in my 10. Yeah. I've only got 3 Web Warriors. Yeah. So I couldn't have taken 6 characters, because I was thinking of taking 6 characters, but then I wouldn't have over 50%. I've only got 3 of my 10 being Web Warriors at the moment. Some Web Warriors and Miles, Ghost, and Venom. And but I do want to get Daredevil. Yeah. And then I've got Zemo and Thor, 2 unlikely characters to be hanging out with each other, but Baron Zemo and Thor to make up the roster. Yeah. So just a bit of speed. Thor is pretty consistent, and other than that, I've just got a bit of try to get a bit of speed around the table with Ghost and Zemo, and Miles will do his thing, and Venom maybe might just sort of sit in the spot and hold it. I think
that's what he does. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a lot more of an agile team than that. All of my guys are medium movers. No wall crawlers. No flyers. We're just soldiers.
Mine's definitely around sort of sneaky movement shenanigans. But then saying that though, they want to stay out of the way of some of the boys with the big
Punisher
with the big guns. That's for certain.
Your Cyclops, you're going to look forward to that.
So absolutely.
Big shout out as well to our supporters. So massive thank you to Mithras Gaming here in NZ who hooked us up with this battle mat that we've got up on the table right now. So yeah, if you like it, it is very cool, very nice and bright. Go check them out. I'll put a link in the video. And also shout out to Battle Kiwi, who's also been giving us some support. So Dicebox is from Battle Kiwi, and he's been a big supporter of ours for a long time. So big shout outs to Battle Kiwi and Mystery Games. Yeah. And of course, thanks to all of our subscribers. If you are watching this and you do like it, a like and subscribe would be really, really appreciated. We are going to continue to keep trying to bring out more and more of this material. And if there's anything any suggestions, any tips, by all means, let us know. We try to get back to all of our comments in the videos as well. So on to the next part.
Time to roll some dice.
And deployment. Okay, so in my first turn, I got priority, so I have just activated with Captain America first, and he's just gone right from the middle here, and just jumped up into the center, just getting prepared for whatever comes our way.
Sweet, so Venom's pretty simple, just the big fella just walked up basically and sat there poking his tongue out at Wolverine and Cyclops.
Dun dun!
So bring it on.
Cool, so in my turn, I've just activated Cyclops. He's just moved forward a little bit, really just getting into position to take on the inevitable Venom and possibly Taskmaster, who is hiding behind...
No, Taskmaster, Baron Zemo.
Oh, Baron Zemo, yeah, sorry. I always get the two mixed up, I don't know why. But yeah, he's just hiding behind there.
Pretty quiet stuff at the moment, so Thor's just basically flew over the crate here, and he's just sitting down on the other side, getting ready to hop out and cause some damage. But just being aware that the big boys down there have got some decent firepower, so he's not ready to take that on straight away, or at least make it difficult for them.
So I've just activated Wolverine, and he's just shot up the flank, just supporting Cyclops, and again I'm just getting ready to try to deal with whatever comes up the flank here, because we've got Zemo and Venom to deal with.
Sweet. So yeah, Zemo's just sort of popped out and just standing behind the big guy at the moment. Just sort of speed, like if anyone comes near him, he can get to somewhere quick. So he's just there, just sort of anticipating what's going to happen next.
So Punisher has just he's just gone up from being right next to Bucky, just getting into position, just conscious that Thor is right behind that building, but also have the two spiderlings coming up behind.
So Gwen's just trying to get herself a little bit of cover and just sit on that bomb there and yeah, grab that objective at the moment. She's got enough speed to race anywhere she needs to, so I'm happy with her just sitting there at the moment.
So I've just activated Bucky, moved him on up. Again, he's just taken the next bomb for us. And again, just getting position, as is generally the first turn, is all about positioning.
So yeah, Miles is putting himself in the gunfire, but he's raced up and grabbed the herb. So hopefully he can survive a decent shot.
He's a brave man.
Yeah, and then get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, nice. So that brings us to the end of the first turn. So we're just going to check out what the scores are. But so far we're looking at we've each got a bomb, but Carney's also got a Wakandan herb.
I don't get any points for it
yet. Yeah.
No.
So we'll be looking at 2 each.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 all.
Oh, look at that, eh?
So in the first activation of this turn, we've had Frank and Miles activate. So Frank has just pushed forward, and he tried to wail on Miles, but then Gwen sort of kept him safe.
Yeah, she did lifesaver, managed to pull him out of the way.
And then Frank has used the X-Men affiliation ability, thanks to Cyclops, and Bucky's given him a power, and then he's used his 3 power to do aim shot into Miles, and Miles rolled really well.
Yeah, he had great responsibility in spider sense, so he managed to
Block.
Just take one.
Yeah.
And that one hit gave me the power I needed to do web swing, which meant that I could web swing and then I could short move, because web swing's not a movement. You only can move once.
Yeah.
So yeah, that gave me the ability just to sort of get away out of some range of these guys.
So it's a really good turn for Carney. A little bit average for Frank, but good.
Yep.
In the next activation, so Captain America has come down from in the middle of the installation. He's trying to intercept Miles. He managed to throw his shield and knocked 1 damage.
2, I think.
2 damage. 2 damage off Miles, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then...
He rolled really well, actually.
Actually, it was like, 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
So it was pretty sweet. And then Zemo's come across and been like,
Yeah. Managed to nick him. Managed to draw blood. Oh, he's bleeding too. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so you've knocked 2 hit points off Cap.
Yep.
And got him bleeding, so he's not too happy.
No.
All right, so in the next activation we had Winter Soldier and Thor activate.
Yeah.
That was pretty scary. So Bucky had opened up into Gwen and tried to do some damage to her. Didn't really do much. Managed to bleed her, but that was it.
But then the same Thor came out and tried to smack Bucky around, and to be honest, didn't do a lot of damage to him too. And didn't get the throw. Really wanted to throw. Got a stagger on him, so that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did want to do more. I did want to throw him, and I didn't get the throw off, which is a bit of a pain.
It's quite scary having Thor right there, though.
Yeah. Well, at least he's holding up your gunman, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in the next round, we've had Wolverine and Venom facing off down here. So Wolverine rushed up, did a couple of slices into Venom, did 2 damage? Yeah, 2 damage. And that was about it. And then Venom has pretty much smacked Wolverine in the face 3 times and then thrown him over his head and down into these pylons here. And he's also claimed the
ejector back, because you grabbed it.
The booby trap here.
So it's just basically, smacking each other up. But you've got a lot of power now on Wolverine, which does make me worried.
He's got, 7 power and 3 hit points.
Yeah.
He's looking like he's pretty hungry.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. First go next.
All right, so next activation, we had Cyclops and Gwen go. Cyclops just advanced a little bit closer so he could get a shot down onto Venom, and opened up with his optic blast and did, was it 3 more damage?
Yeah, man.
3 more damage to Venom. Really handy because Cyclops is dealing out energy. Venom doesn't like energy blasts.
No.
And then over here, we had Gwen, who did Carney.
Gwen did. She tried to do some web snares, but they didn't impact webbing. But then she managed to get enough energy to web line and just basically moving people around and trying to keep them away from her. So she just sits here and holds that objective. Nothing too exciting, but she's doing a job.
She managed to get Frank pushed all the way back.
Yeah.
So that's all good. Evening things up for Thor. Not that Thor needs that much help. So that's it. And that's the end of the second turn. And again, we have got 2 each.
Yeah.
So we're going into the third turn. We're both...
hold it. If you were within 2, what's that thing if you were within 2?
Ooh, explosives.
Explosives.
So with the explosions, the only person that's within 2 of a occupied trap was poor old Thor here. So he's taken 1 hit from the booby trap, but he's also gained another power, which sets him up pretty nicely for the next turn, sitting on 4 power. And then we're moving into turn 3. All right. So for the first, the first activation for turn 3, I've gone with Bucky, and he was all powered up. He had 4 power ready to go.
It was, yeah.
He wound up his arm to do Red Fury into Thor. Rolled 7 dice and got 1 hit.
But it was seriously, it's MCP for you, man. Like, you either get 10 hits or none.
So yeah, he did nothing in it with his punch, and then obviously knocks Thor back and opened up with his machine gun and did one damage.
1 damage on him. Yeah.
1 damage. And then Venom's had a fantastic turn.
So I used all webbed up and just to get myself some extra, because he was nearly dead. So then he used Weird Venom, and I rolled the opposite to what Winter Soldier rolled. So he got all his health back, dazed Wolverine, and then he just got out of the way of Cyclops, because one thing Venom doesn't like is energy weapons, and Cyclops has got a decent energy weapon. So yeah, he got out of there and hid.
All right, so the next activation, Cyclops has opened up on Venom again, and he did bloody well. He did 4 damage on Venom that turn.
Yeah, far, man. He's hurting. No, 4 damage.
Yeah, so he's hurting. But that's
after he had healed everything.
Yeah. And Cyclops has also grabbed the Wakandan herb.
Yep.
And then Baron Zemo.
Only just.
He has. Yeah, you tell us, Carney.
Oh, well, I went in with Sword Strike, and then I went in with Steel Rush, and I rolled really well, and we were both rolling 6 dice each, and then you, James, rolled just as well, and you got 2 crits.
Yeah.
All you needed to do is convert one of them, and you didn't convert one of them.
Yeah.
And so you just got dazed.
So Steve has been dazed. And so far in my team, I've got Wolverine dazed and Captain Rogers dazed.
They're all going to come back with a bit of vengeance. So.
Yep.
Yep. Thor's been Mr. Average today, I have to admit.
Yeah, it's been tough. So Punisher just went and Thor just went. Punisher opened up on Thor and did rapid fire and did 1 damage? 1 damage. 1 damage.
But then Thor ran in with his 4 Asgard and strike, and I don't even think he did anything.
Did no damage.
No, I rolled
damage.
I rolled 2 lots of 6 dice, and I got nothing.
Yeah.
Isn't that that sounds terrible. Nothing. Winter Soldier's just like, seriously, mate, do you want me to stand still? Or
stop moving.
Do you want me? Yeah. Oh, the red cape must have got tangled up in his hammer. So, final thing is Miles just hopped over here. And Gwen she sprung up, actually showed Thor how to do it, and actually managed to do some damage on Winter Soldier. And then her ability is, when she's done that, she could move long again. That's a great thing about her. She sort of jumps up, throws something out there, and then jumps back, even though it's not a powerful hit. She managed to do more with 4 dice than Thor did on 12. Exactly. Sorry, Thor, you need to hear that, mate. Ghost basically said, look, see, this is what webbing does to your lightning. And Miles is just, he's probably in a bit of trouble there, but we'll see how it goes.
He's all right so far.
Yeah.
And then so at the end of turn 3, that puts you controlling 3 of the bombs.
Yes.
So you get 3 points.
Yeah.
And I only get 1. So that makes you not skyrocket, but you get to jump into the lead there.
No, not by much. But I can do some damage on you because you're within 2.
You can.
And same with Winter Soldier.
So they can they'll both automatically take a damage.
But then Thor's going to take enough one as well.
No, he's not, because you control it.
Oh, yeah, because I control it, of course.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
1 times.
Good turn again for the Web Warriors.
Yeah, but there's a lot of power coming back my way.
And we've had Wolverine activate and Miles activate. So Wolverine activated first. He came flying in to get Miles.
Yeah, so I used Lethal Protector with Venom, and unfortunately he got the brunt of it and got dazed.
Yeah, so Wolverine managed to rip Venom up. with his best at what he does. Then he tried to do Berserker Barrage into Miles and completely whiffed.
yeah, crazy. He did so well in the one against Venom. Yeah, and then Miles, he raced over and got a pretty decent roll on Cyclops and managed to throw him away. But then I'm probably helping him out because I actually threw him in the right direction. But then I needed to get him out of 3 of Miles just in case he felt like shooting back at him. So
Cool.
That's it.
All right, so the next turn, Cyclops has just moved up and into the installation, just trying to get closer to dropping off the herb.
And he fried.
Yeah.
Absolutely fried Zemo.
So he saw Zemo as he was coming through, and he opened up with Optic Devastation.
I think it was 4 crits or something. It was just, it was incredible.
Yeah, 7 strength. I did 4 crits, and then it was 4 damage, and you blocked 1.
Yeah, I just, it was just...
So Cyclops opened up. But then Thor...
Finally. So Thor jumped. I had to move, sacrifice a movement, and then I did God of Thunder. And one of them went off on Winter Soldier, and then the other one, it took a couple off the Punisher, but not as bad as Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier got pummeled by it.
Yeah. So the Winter Soldier is now, dazed, and so is Baron Zemo. Cool. So in this round, we had Captain America and Spider-Gwen activate, and Captain America has pretty much just jumped from here over to here and managed to he tossed his shield. No, he didn't.
No, he
called in an
ordnance.
Yeah, heavy ordnance into Miles.
And you rolled
really badly.
Really badly, yeah. But the one thing I'm finding with Miles is that he just gets to reroll those defense.
Yeah.
And I've been rolling those defense rerolls well.
Yeah. I think you only took 1 damage.
Yeah.
So, but then Cap did his job and he's flipped over one of the traps for the X-Men. Yeah. And then Gwen has...
Yeah, Gwen's she's raced over to help out over here, and then she just web pulled Cyclops back towards her, just not helping his cause out because he's got a fair way to go. So she just basically just yanked him back this way. Yeah,
it was a good play.
Yeah.
So in the last activation of this turn, Frank has opened up into Thor, the God of Thunder himself, and he did aimed shot and managed to knock off 3 health off Thor, leaving him with 1 hit point left. And I was tossing up whether to do aim shot again or whether to do hip fire, and I opted to do hip fire and didn't manage to peg the last hit point off Thor, which is kind of annoying. But then at the same time, Thor's going into the next round with 1 hit point.
Yeah.
So it puts him in a bit of a precarious position.
Yeah, because I go first.
Yes, you've got priority for the next turn. Mm. So in the next round, we had Gwen and Bucky activate. So Gwen is she's just shot across the installation in the middle here, gone down to this trap, claimed it for the Web Warriors, and then over on this side, Bucky was getting a bit tired of standing there with Thor, so he's claimed that trap, and then he's taken off down here to try and claim the other one, but unfortunately he failed on that one, but he succeeded on this one. So, and that was that. It was nice, quick, and then on to the next. Okay, so last activation of this round, we've had we've had Miles come in, trying to hold get the herb to the vessel,
and then I web swinged over to the vessel.
Yeah, and then Cap has just come charging across.
Yeah,
managed to get his strike in, and then managed to push Miles off. So just managed to stop the Web Warriors from a win straight off the bat, which it's still pretty. They're close. So at the end of this round, the Web Warriors are going to get another 2.
Yep.
So that pushes them to 15, and I get another 2.
Yeah.
which pushes me up to 9.
Yeah.
Going into the last round.
Woo!
So first activation for the last round, we had Venom and the Punisher activate. So Carney, you've activated Venom.
Yeah, Venom he basically pulled Cap out of the way. He had a shot at Cap, but Cap's he was too good on defense, and then he just moved and flipped the thing. Yeah, so he didn't really. It was just moving, getting Cap out of the way, basically. Yeah.
And then over here, I've activated with the Punisher. He. Oh, jeez.
But we both rolled well in the first slot.
Yeah. So he did aim shot twice because he had the power. And the first time he managed to do five hits onto Thor, and Thor blocked 4 of them. And then the second aim shot, Frank got no hits. 7 dice, no hits.
He went from 0 to 0.
So sad and disappointing.
We were saying you would have thought he had his eye in by then.
Yeah, but he's used his spec op training, and he's just repositioned so that Thor can't just easily take that trap. But yeah, not the best turn for Frank. But oh well. Okay, another brutal turn. We've had Thor and Bucky activate. So can you tell us what you did with Thor?
So Thor, he threw these crates at Punisher, and Punisher just laughed those off. But unfortunately, I managed to get the wild that I needed, and I got enough hits in a wild to throw Punisher up against the Hummer over there, and it was just that last one that managed to take him out. So it was a bit of luck there from Thor.
Frank is gone, and then Bucky. Oh, Bucky actually should have shot as well. I should probably do that.
Yep.
So Bucky still needs to do his shot, but he activated the trap over here to claim it, and then ran down here, tried to claim this one off Thor, but didn't. Right, so in the next activation, we've had Gwen activate and Wolverine activate.
Yeah.
So Carney, what'd you do with Gwen?
Ghost she's just done what she does. She's just, snaked it from one side of the place to the other, and then she just popped up and just did patch up on Miles to make sure that he's all patched up.
Yeah, he's all fixed.
Yeah.
And then Wolverine, he just went nuts at Venom.
Yep.
And managed to put on, I think, 1 damage.
Yeah,
he didn't do very well.
No.
But at the end of his turn, he will heal the 1 damage that Venom put back on him. Because,
that's right. Because came back with so many snacks.
Yep. So good old Venom retaliating in the turn.
Yeah.
And then that makes us move on to the next round. Well, the next activation.
Yeah. So Miles moved up to here, tried to web Cap, but Cap's been tough, man. And then he tried turning that over, which he failed. So Miles actually had a Moz of this too.
Yeah. And then we've had Cyclops do kind of the unexpected. He's actually moved back into the installation, and he ended up doing Optic Blast into Miles to knock him back off of the vessel. And he managed to put 2 damage onto Miles, but that's not what he was going for. He was going for the push, which he managed to do. And really, I mean, we were fighting an uphill battle. It wasn't going to change whether who won. It was just more the points.
Yeah.
So at the end of the game, we've had the Web Warriors win with 17. Yep. And
17
the XMen with 11. So really, really good game.
It was.
Catch us back in a second for a bit of a debrief. Cool. So at the end of the game, score was 17 to 11 to the Web Warriors. So jeez, well played, my friend. Well played. Man, it was a real. I wouldn't say swingy game, but there was a lot of bad dice rolls.
I reckon we either nailed our dice rolls, or we absolutely fluffed them.
Yeah, there was no averages today.
No, there wasn't. No, there was no averages.
It was exactly that. It was like you either did an amazing dice roll, or you did a miserable dice roll. And I mean when you're rolling d8s, that typically is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Some pretty cinematic moments though. Pretty cinematic moments. It was lots of fun. Standout moment for you?
Oh, far out. Probably Thor over there when he double activated. I think that was just a big moment. Whereas I think it's just the whole battle between Punisher, Winter Soldier, and Thor.
Yeah,
they were just going tooth and nail, those three, the whole game.
Yeah,
probably the best. I think. Yeah, I think that was probably just that whole battle between those three.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Yeah, big epic moments.
For me, I gotta say, I think it was sort of a mix between Wolverine and Cyclops.
Oh yeah,
because Wolverine he had some amazing attacks.
Yeah,
but again he had some absolutely miserable attacks. But Cyclops's beam, when he did his beam attack on Zemo and Gwen, that was very, very cool. But overall, I think for me, like my MVP, like you said before, definitely Captain America. He's just been solid the whole game, flipping things, managing to push people off objectives, and
protecting Cyclops. Yeah. He did really well. I haven't seen a Captain America defense so well, and plus the game could have finished a turn ago.
Yeah.
And he got that wild that pushed Miles off the off the
and bodyguarding Cyclops.
Yep.
Managing to bodyguard Cyclops so that Cyclops didn't die.
Real well.
So he definitely deserves the leader of the Avengers title.
Yeah.
And I think moving into the next game, I think I'm going to stick with the Avengers affiliation.
Yeah, I like Cyclops. It's the first time I've ever played against him.
He was awesome.
Solid, man.
But I think he'd be better with the Avengers affiliation.
Yeah. Just
being able to have that those superpowers at a reduced cost.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah.
The moving of power is pretty cool, but you're going to have to be a little bit more grouped up.
Yeah, and this is a real spread out.
Yeah. Like we just had players everywhere.
For me, Venom did really well. He just kind of held a spot.
So good. He was so good.
He was just solid. He just sat there and he sucked up, and then he managed to get all his power, all his life back, and then he just sort of bodyguarded for using one of the cards for Miles. I thought Gwen. This is probably the first time I've used Gwen really well.
She did.
She is. She's someone that you move in, you move out, you move people around, you dart around, you get what you need. Like, she didn't actually do any major damage, and she didn't need to.
No, but she got you points.
Yeah. The other thing I did well with Venom as well is I used all webbed up and absolutely smashed Wolverine, because Wolverine's hard, and that saved me because Miles could get through without Wolverine being there.
Yeah.
It was probably
that's a big difference.
Yeah, that all webbed up and putting slow on Wolverine just gave Venom that extra dice. Yeah.
And you used all of your tactics.
Yes, first time I've ever done that. I've really made a conscious effort of using them all. Nice. And that's the thing. I think it was you that said that. What did you say, that if you don't use your tactics, or if there's, because there was a couple that I'd get to the end of the games, there was always 2 or 3 tactics that I never used.
Yeah.
And then I changed those out. I thought, they're good, but I'm not using them.
Yeah.
And so it was good to use them all. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was in the Furious Finest. So shout out to Furious Finest.
Yeah, they were awesome.
It was in one of their podcasts. I remember them saying, if you with your tactics cards, if you get to the end of the game and you've still got tactics that you haven't used, you need to reflect on whether they should be in your hand.
Yeah.
Because if they're ones that you get to the end of the game and you look at them and go, I forgot to use that, then you probably just need to remember to play it. But if you get to the end of the game and you look at that card and you go, I was never going to be able to use that, then just remove it. Don't even have it in your hand, because if it's sitting there, you want it to be able to be used. And I think, like, when I look at some of my cards, unfortunately, because of the mission, I wasn't able to use some of them. And I had exceptional healing, and I know everyone says you've got to have exceptional healing with Wolverine, but I've found I have never used it. Whereas Weapon X, the tactic card Weapon X for Wolverine, I've used that, and people tend to say, oh no, that's not don't use that one.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go back to Weapon X because it just gives him. He can just get in there a bit faster, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to get in there fast. He's got healing factor already, and if you're running something like Patch Up, then you should be alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be honest, you kind of want him to be on his damage side because adding another damage dice to his attacks for each damage he's suffered.
Yeah, that could start adding up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wasn't so great this game,
No.
but it has the potential to be awesome.
So we got most of our guys flipped. I think Ghost was Zemo got taken out for me. He got KO'd, and Ghost was the only one that didn't get flipped.
Yeah, and same on my side. Punisher went down. Everyone was flipped apart from Cyclops, but Cyclops only had one hit point left.
And then, I had the bleed on him, but he just kept shaking
it off.
Yeah.
So at the end of the game,
cool.
Really, really good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for the game, mate. It was a lot of fun. That was it was a long game, but it was because so much is going on,
We'll be continuing to do Marvel Crisis Protocol footage. We'll have Carney back with his Web Warriors, and potentially his Avengers as well. And we'll probably get Tom back on the channel soon because I know he's really, really keen. And we've got a couple of other players around Auckland who want to get in and have some games and get them on the channel. So if you did enjoy it, please like, and if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And we'd love to hear your feedback and your comments. If you see something that we should have done and we didn't, tell us. It's all good. So again, big shout out to Mithras Games and to Battle Kiwi for the ongoing support from you guys, you're legends. And a big shout out to our current subscribers.